I've listened to, that you've done. You've mentioned that your father was a big influence to your music career and the beginning of it because of the way
Uh huh.
he was able to change the mood in a room. Um,
Yeah.
it was like that you when you finally did make. I mean, when you guys finally made it and you guys were successful as Alien Ant Farm. Was your dad super happy for you, or was that more like? Because I know that I'm a radio guy. Like I do talk
Mhm.
radio, and
Right.
if my son were to go into talk radio and be successful, I would be pissed off at him. Like I wouldn't even want to talk to him. How is your dad?
That's not true. Do you have kids?
Yeah, I have a son and a daughter.
You wouldn't be pissed, you liar.
A piece of me would be mad inside. I'd just pretend to be okay.
Well, you know what? There is a little bit of competitiveness in a weird way. It's not. He's my dad's pushing fucking 80 now, so it's not really competitive in that sense. But I used to get like weird vibes, kind of. You know what I mean? It wasn't
Yeah.
like. It wasn't. It was more like. It was more like critiquing the actual music, which to me is cooler. And at least it made me think that he really did care. But sometimes I would be like, "Fuck, are you talking? You don't even fucking know, dude." And then, but he did know because I think he's a great songwriter, great singer, and but yeah, I'd feel little stings of friction here and there with that. But to be honest, man, the guy's so cool, and the way I'm brand new to being a dad. I got a 3-year-old, and well, I guess not brand new, but I got a 3-year-old and an almost 2-year-old, and I could just feel like I don't know if I'd be bummed with anything they did success-wise.
Yeah, that was like when my first reaction, or when I first had a kid, I was super. I'm just gonna be honest. I was super selfish, super self-centered. Like all I cared about was myself. And then
Yeah.
finally, like the one day that my son acknowledged me, that was my firstborn. When he acknowledged me, like he was maybe 4 or 5 months, and I came home from work and he saw me and his eyes lit up, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And then that's the day I fell in love. Like
Yeah.
when I hear all these stories about, oh, as soon as he came out, I knew I was in love. Like that's bullshit to me because, like I know you have love, but like to truly fall in love, like that's what.
Yeah,
happened.
there has to be a connection. I could see how a mom can feel it
Yes.
immediately, you know what I mean? But like it's it just take a second, or like you said, it has to be some kind of monumental moment for a man, I think.
Yeah, I agree, man.
But
Is there any other? All right. Well, with that, how is the whole fatherhood thing coming along? I know that you're in the beginning stages of it, and it's a big change for you. How do you like it?
it's good, man. It's just I shouldn't downplay it. It's there's moments of amazingness,
Yeah.
and but at the same time, I have a studio here in the house, and I love to give them time in here, like, and they know when I'm going in there to do music, and they love it, and I love that they love it. But then it kind of like impedes what I'm trying to do. I can't sit in here if I'm like have an idea, because I live further away from. I do other music besides Ant Farm, but when I'm doing, let's say, Ant Farm stuff, they're sending me MP3s because we live far away from each other, and I come in here wanting to just scat to it and try and turn these ideas into songs, and then I have a kid running in here or knocking on the door wanting to come in, and I don't want to deprive them of. I want them to love music. I don't want them to not think they're a part of any of this, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck, dude, I can't. A whole day will suddenly float by where I'm like, oh, I'm like babysitting these guys inside the studio, and I haven't really even done anything to the song, So it's different. And then I'm kind of a night owl anyway, so when they're gone, and that's when the stuff happens anyway. So